Hey guys, today's video is going to be a little bit different. We are going to go over some changes to my POB and the PoE Ninja character I've been making. You can see we are rank 2 worldwide on DPS at about 1.1 billion, and you might be wondering, well, how did you get 1.1 billion DPS? And how come you have 3 million armor? And short answer is this character was kind of changed around a bit to see how much DPS we can get on PoE Ninja. At this point, the build is actually unplayable in game. And so don't try to copy this specific build. What do you call this, loadout. It was made, specifically to just, see what kind of damage numbers we can get if we pushed it to the max. And there's a couple of tricks we used, and we'll go over some of those in the video. So what is the actual DPS for this build when I actually do play it? And we can go check out. This is, oh no. So this is my actual build. Well, there have been some changes to the gems, but let's just keep it as it is. And you can see our DPS is about 200 million with the Aegis Aurora. And if we go to swords, which I use for like sanctums and some bosses, we can see we're at 430 million. So this is kind of the real DPS numbers. As you can see with the playable build, you could probably push 500 million with some better gems and gear. Okay, so how did we get this 430 million up to 1.1 billion? This is basically doubling this damage. Let's go to the POB real quick. And if we look at the POB, first of all, you notice that there's a lot of things wrong here. Like, we don't even have enough decks to actually use our gear or our gems. And well, PoE Ninja doesn't care about stat requirements, so we're kind of just ignoring this. PoE Ninja also doesn't care about your reservations, so you can see we actually don't have enough mana to actually reserve all of our auras, but it doesn't really matter in the end because PoE Ninja doesn't really care about that. Also, negative 15 fire resistance, so you're probably just gonna get one shot, by anything. Okay, so let's see what we did in order to get to double our damage up to 1.1 billion. And you can see the Smite gem, the Smite setup is pretty much the same. You can see here we have something kind of weird going on. We have Frenzy, a level 1 Frenzy, and Rage support. And the purpose of this is to make PoE Ninja give us this to use Frenzy charges. So it gives us the Frenzy charges, which is quite a big damage increase. Also, the Rage support will put us at 50 Rage in the config. So that's why we are using these two gems. Relief PoE Ninja doesn't calculate any on kill effects, but anything that is on hit will get added to the config, and that's why Frenzy gives us the Frenzy charges. Also, the Rage support, even if you have the Forbidden Flame Jewels, your config won't show up as having Rage or Berserk, I believe. So unless you have, I'm not sure if this is the same for the actual Berserker ascendancy. If you have this, it might show up, but for Scion, you actually won't show up as having any Rage or having the Berserk gem active. So in order to do this, we need to use this Rage support. So the site thinks that we are actually generating Rage consistently. All right, now let's go to um, the biggest damage increase that we actually got, and that is by putting our Wrath and Determination inside of our boots. We take a look at the boots here. Uh, we're uh, we're putting it in the boots, the March of the Legion boots, which of course we wouldn't be able to actually use all three of those auras at the same time because you can only have one Blessing aura active. But in this case, PoE Ninja doesn't really care about that, and it just thinks all of them are active at the same time, and we get to have the added benefit of all of the plus level to all the gems and the empower support. And if we look at the level of the gems, the Grace is level 34, Wrath level 34, Determination level 33. And I didn't actually buy a 2120 because if you can see there is like it's like not really even that much of a damage increase, so I didn't buy that. Defiance Banner, Ancestral Protector, nothing really much changed here except I decided to buy a level 2023 Anomalous Defiance Banner because actually if you look at this, level 21 didn't actually give any extra damage, but a level 2023 actually does sort of increase our DPS. We also added in Herald of Thunder for a little bit of extra DPS. You can see it's not that much, but it helps us get to that a 1.1 billion DPS. Without this, we would probably show up as 1 billion on PoE Ninja, so having that little bit of extra damage helps us get to the 1.1 mark. Next, we're running Skitterbots. This is quite a bit of damage, about 22% extra damage with the Divergent Summon Skitterbots and Awaken Unbound Ailments. And we don't really need Quality or level 6 as that doesn't really give any damage. Same as a level 21. 20 doesn't really actually give more damage. Maybe a 23 might. No, not really. So just 2020 is good enough. Okay, so that's about it. And all of these changes together kind of add up, and the scaling kind of just goes crazy. Once you have all of these gem levels combined with all the aura effect and the armor, everything just kind of gets out of control, right? For items, there's one thing we changed, and that is the String of Servitude belt. The Mageblood doesn't actually really give you any damage on PoE Ninja, and PoE Ninja will kind of assume that you have all these flasks active, even if you don't have a Mageblood. So we went back to the Grace aura effect, String of Servitude, to actually get some more damage. As you can see, quite a lot of damage, about another almost 20% more DPS with this belt. Okay, and I opted in for a Calandra's Touch for my ring because this has the increased evasion implicit as well as the Grace aura effect, so this gave a little bit more damage than my other ring. Okay, and that's about it, guys. Just quickly go over the PoE Ninja profile and make sure you don't actually copy this version. It's kind of fun side project I do most leagues, and hope you enjoy playing Armor Stacker. Just don't actually try to copy this specific loadout and try to play it in game because it won't work. But yeah, it's kind of fun to kind of see the crazy kind of numbers you can get by it's kind of stacking aura effect, gem levels, and stuff like that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, guys, and see you next time.